So hi everyone, welcome back to A Pipe Story. I'm going to talk about the first pipe I ever owned here. And there's only one tobacco that is, I guess, good enough to be smoked in this, and that's good old-fashioned half and half. The reason why I picked this tobacco is probably because it's the first pipe tobacco I ever smoked. This pipe here I bought, I don't know, from one of the pipe websites, and it's a Corleone. That's quite frankly all I know about it. But I learned a lot of the big mistakes, the big no-nos from pipe to pipe smoking. As you can see, I think the bowl is cracked there, stem is cracked there. Of course, like most newbie pipe smokers, I had a torch lighter that I used for my cigars, so I crammed it full of tobacco and went to work with it on the torch, and that's what happened. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this pipe is I absolutely love this pipe because it brought me to pipe smoking. And about a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with acute anxiety and depression, and I was pretty bad about throwing alcohol at it. And I'm not gonna pass judgment on people that drink, and I get it. And not all everybody that drinks or anything like that definitely doesn't have anxiety and depression, but I did. But one of the things I learned when I came out of my treatment was the importance of just calming down, focusing, being present. And pipe smoking, as we all know, requires a little bit of a cadence and rhythm to our life, and concentrating on our breathing and what our breathing is doing. And I had a assistant pastor at my church asked me, he says, "I know you're a cigar smoker. Do you smoke pipes?" I was like, "Well, I used to smoke a pipe in college, and but I just never got back into it." He says, "Well, if you want to get together and smoke a pipe and talk some theology, I'll be glad to do that with you." I was like, "All right, cool." So I got this pipe, and from the second I loaded it up, loaded it poorly, I'm sure, and began to draw it and work it, was just absolutely mesmerized by the relaxation that it brought me, the relief that it brought me. And as I began to explore some of the Facebook groups, and we'll talk a lot about what the Facebook groups do and finding a community, what that does, I found that there were a lot of people like me that, obviously look to the pipe for their source of relaxation, treating. Some folks do a lot of PTSD treatment through the pipe, and I understand that. I really do, and I get it. And so that's what brought me to the pipe. It was a way to, I guess, treat my anxiety and depression in a lot better and a lot healthier way than using alcohol. And this pipe reminds me of that. It's beat up. I didn't treat it right, and but it's still my favorite pipe because it's, well, one of them. Because it taught me the benefits of smoking pipes and all that about it. So, of all the 30 plus pipes I have, a Corleone no name that's cracked 8 different ways from Sunday, has a draw like a milkshake, is so full of half and half ghost that there's really no other tobacco that'll fit in it. It's probably one of my favorite pipes in my top 5. There's a lot of good memories in this pipe, and a lot of good times learning the pipe, learning about myself, learning to calm down, focusing, being present, and that sort of thing. So this is pipe number 1, the No Name Corleone. I've read online somewhere that it oozes sophistication and class. So I don't know about all that, but it definitely is one of my favorite pipes, and brought me to the hobby, and I love it. So check back early and often for more on a pipe story. We'll talk about some more pipes, their story, some of the lessons I learned from it, some of the pipe smoking tips, and we'll see you next time.